my God, why did I come up with these questions? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is quite a special one. As you probably can see by the title and the thumbnail, it's going to be another tag video. Now I like doing these anyway, so I like answering questions, you guys can get to know me. The reason why this video is so special is because these questions and this particular tag video I actually created myself, and I came up with 10 questions which I thought would be really good for people to answer to reflect on the current decade, because I was going to do another New Year tag like I did last year, just change the questions to 2019 rather than 2018, but I realised it's actually the start of a whole new decade. It's really scary to think about actually, and I decided to concentrate on questions which reflect on the past decade rather than just on the past year, just because it's something so unique and you can't redo it again until 2030. So I thought I'd take the opportunity now. I'll write all the questions down below in the description box I came up with, as well as alternative questions if you don't want to answer the questions I've just given you. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Now, as my birthday's in December, and as of time of filming this, my birthday's on Saturday, I'm always a year older at the beginning of a new year. So I will be 27 at the beginning of 2020. Awesome. In 2010, I was 16. I'll be 37 at the beginning of the next decade. That is absolutely terrifying. My anxiety is like this high right now thinking about that. Why did I put that question in this video? The thought of being nearly 40 at the beginning of next decade. I could be married and have kids, or I could be at home alone with about 60 cats. You just don't know what's going to happen in life. I'm going to move on to number 3, which I think, yeah, it's okay. Number 3 isn't half as bad. It's all good. If you haven't got an answer for this question, or you're too young to remember, then I'll put an alternative question down in the description box and also in a pinned comment down below. But anyway, I'd say for this question, my biggest achievement of this decade has got to be, 1, going to university, because honestly, I never saw myself doing that, because I get very homesick very easily. So the fact I moved away from home, I couldn't even go with sleepovers when I was younger because I used to get so homesick. That's something I'll never forget. I still cannot believe to this day that I actually did that. And the second achievement has got to be finally getting out of retail. That happened this year. I've only been in my current job 3 months. The fact I finally got out of retail after 6 years is something I wanted for so long, and that's probably got to be my second biggest achievement of the whole 10 years. I'm not that sad, but I have done a lot more than that. They just have to be the most important things. I'd have to say that the last 10 years have taught me, try not to get emotional with this particular bit. 1, I'm so much stronger than I ever thought I would, because like I said in the last question, I never thought I'd go to university, never thought I could cope being away from home for that long, but I did. Number 2 for that question has got to be, anxiety does not define me, because I can't believe the things I've done, despite the fact that sometimes I've been so I put this bluntly, but shit scared of doing things, but I've done them anyway. Now, there are still some things that really do hold me back and I'm just too scared to do. But when I think of how I used to be, beginning of this decade, I used to be so scared of everything. Like, I couldn't even get a bus by myself, I couldn't get the train by myself, to have panic attacks at absolutely everything. I still have panic attacks now. I still have days of my anxiety is so overwhelming, I can't cope. But it's so much better than it was before. I get a bus to work every day. I can get trains quite regularly now. And it was just, I just cannot believe the stuff I've done despite having anxiety. Of course, sadly, it does still affect me to this day. I just have days where I just cannot cope. I feel like I can't do this anymore. But when I really think about it, I've done so much. And I know that it always gets better. I don't want to get emotional. If there's anyone out there who has constant panic attacks, feels like they're too scared to do anything, it does get better, because if I can do it, then anyone can do it. And you will find the strength and the confidence to be able to go out there into the big wide world and do things you never thought were even possible. Also, I think the third one, I think it's one of the most emotional questions in this tag video, but the third one would have to be that the bullying won't last forever and you will meet lovely people who do actually like you for who you are. Because when I was younger, when I was at school at the beginning of this decade, I was bullied really, really badly. Bullying did eventually stop. Sadly, it still affects me, but it did stop. And so if there's anyone that's in school right now that's being really badly bullied, you will get away from them, it will stop and it will get better. And this also kind of corresponds with the first bit as well. And I said I'm stronger than I think, because I actually got through that. I got through school, got decent grades at school as well, and I'm still here. I've got a good university degree, and I was actually bullied in first year of uni as well. So obviously went on for a lot longer than it was meant to, but I did still get away from it, and I did still get good grades, and I did still get a decent education, and I came out the other side. And yeah, it does still affect me, but I did come out the other side, and I think that's what's most important. So I'm going to go on to the next question now, so I don't want to get any more emotional than I just have been. So what I'm going to do, I haven't got one on me right now, so what I'm just going to do, I'm going to put a picture of myself right now on the screen for you guys to see. I'm going to try and find a picture I don't mind you guys seeing. Well, best moment from this decade, I probably have to say my university graduation. I was honestly like the best day of my life. A couple of my relatives flew over from America to see me graduate as well. And it was just so lovely, because also we were going through like quite a rough time, and it was just really, really nice to see. They were so happy, so proud of me, and it was just such an amazing day. I'm getting emotional again, for God's sake, this is ridiculous. It was such an amazing day and I felt so proud of myself. I don't get that proud of myself very often at all. It's such a rare feeling, so when I actually had that feeling, it was absolutely amazing. It wasn't 2019, I think that was 2017, so I'm going to class that as my best moment of the decade because it was like 2 years ago. Anyway, on to the next question. So the next one is probably, you might find it a bit too personal, may not want to answer it, which is fine. I'll put an alternative question down below in the comments. But my hardest moment's got to be my grandparents got diagnosed with dementia, and then I watched my granddad get really ill. He lost all this weight, he stopped being able to walk, he could barely talk anymore, and then when he forgot who he were, and then when he died, and then not even a year later my grandma died. I lost 2 massive rocks in my life within a year, and it was just, it's so difficult. Even now I still struggle. On my real bad days I'm like, oh, I really wish my grandparents were still alive, I could talk to them, but I can't, so that's definitely got to be the hardest moment, especially my grandma died so unexpectedly as well. The last 4 or 5 years since they got diagnosed and then eventually died has been absolute hell. So it sounds awful to say, but I'm glad it's over, but I miss them both so much. But I know I'm not suffering anymore, so I just have to just live my life knowing that they're happy and at peace now, and I have to kind of get on in my life and try and remember that, I guess. That has got to be the answer to that question anyway. In 10 years time, I'd like to be like a successful full-time YouTuber and get most of my income from YouTube. Now, the way things are going with YouTube at the moment, I don't think it's even going to exist in 10 years. That is my current answer to this question. I love doing YouTube and I have no intention of stopping anytime soon unless it physically gets shut down, what I want to do full-time eventually anyway. So hopefully it'll still be going in 10 years, but if it's not, then I don't know what I'm going to do in 10 years. But that's the answer to this question for now anyway. Well, technically, the answer to the last question, I kind of would love to happen in like next year. Like, I'd love to get to a point where I'm at least monetized on YouTube by the end of 2020. And I used to be monetized, what was taken away from me. I was literally earning pennies, but I got those pennies from doing something I absolutely loved doing. So I wasn't even bothered that I was only earning pennies. So even if I'm only earning something like 20 quid a month, well, I don't think I'll be earning that much. I think I'll be earning a bit less than that. But anyway, even if that is all I'm earning, that would still be something absolutely amazing to me. So I have to say my main goal of 2020, I'd like to be monetised on YouTube. So I'd have to say, yes, I'm very proud of what I've achieved this decade, and 2, no, I did not believe I'd be anywhere that I am now back in 2010. I don't know if YouTube even existed back then, and if it did, I didn't even think about making a YouTube channel at the time. I don't think I wanted to go to university at all. There was actually a couple of points I didn't even see myself ever getting out of retail, and I did. And also the whole like anxiety thing, like I didn't honestly think I would ever be able to face so many of my fears I have over this past 10 years. I know 10 years is a very long time scale, so some of these questions might be quite hard to answer, But I honestly think that I have achieved so much this decade, and I cannot wait to see what I'll achieve next decade. But yeah, I have to admit I am so happy with everything I've achieved these last 10 years. There's still a long way to go, I admit. I do think there's still quite a long way to go in progress, because some things I still really struggle with. But I've done so much. It's just been absolutely amazing. But anyway, my camera's about to die, so I better shut up now, stop talking. So I'm just going to tag a couple of people quickly, as it is a tag video, to get the ball rolling a little bit. People I'm going to tag is all the people who liked my tweet saying I'd done a new decade tag, who liked to do it. I took your like as you actually wanted to give it a go, so I'm going to tag all those people. I'll put them up on the screen up right now, just so you guys can see who's tagged. Just a little note for all those who I've either just tagged or just haven't stumbled across this video and think it's a really good idea and want to give it a go themselves. I'm absolutely fine with that. It'd be really great if you did give it a go yourself. All I ask is you credit me in the description or something of your video so people know who created it originally. I'd be really grateful if you do that for me. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a fantastic Christmas break. Please do not forget, if you want to help me reach my dream goal going full time one day and you really like my content, and please press the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell button notified whenever I upload. I hope you guys all have a fantastic 2020 and the year goes really well for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let's make 2020 the best one yet. Bye guys.